Thanks for having us, Hazel. So the project was developed from an ambition for innovation to be facilitated through the built form. Innovation is all about people connecting right people together in the right place and at the right time. Sense of connecting the dots was our approach to the sustainability conversation. The concept was developed around the creation of a town square or meeting place to gather all the people in the program together, like a mini city with a heart. And like a city, site densification was leveraged to create different efficiencies in the embodied and operational energies. The core urban challenge for us was how to make these big buildings on a dense site intimate and engaging. We conceptualised the project from the inside out, where the green space gives order to the project and connects the height and program of the site. With internal spaces engaging with the external, where public and private merge and connect people in place. The superfloor is the internal elevated town square, and it follows the geometry of the open space, tracking the sun throughout the day. With the laneways drawing the context through from the street edges, along with the open vistas and breezes. These laneways prioritise human comfort and experience to drive the form and the program of the master plan. The centre is connected in an entirely accessible ground plane in one contiguous, clearly navigated realm, and it pushes the building forms and the program to the street edges, clearing the middle of the site before the fresh air and light.
So just off campus, over half a city block in size, our approach integrates unconventional solutions which have challenged almost every aspect of the project. This wouldn't be possible without a team of collaborators working together to make key decisions to embed innovative solutions into the design from the outset, cast of thousands. So Linguist and the University have a 42-year lease deal with a rich mixed program with strong commercial drivers and outcomes. The whole project is a finely balanced system with many operational parts.
So the whole team invested in the design approach. Many challenges were tackled collectively. Firstly, we were asked to respectfully reimagine the former Royal Women's Hospital. However, we challenged the brief by offering a better urban solution than what the orthogonal existing buildings could actually offer. We put forward the concept that Melbourne Connect could occupy the whole site, and to consider the unique benefits of creating campus space in the middle of the site. With through-site connections that challenged the well-established Carlton street grid, the idea of the campus topology is merged with the inner-city grain of Carlton to find a home on the site. It allowed the forms to be arranged to maximise solar access into the heart of the site also. Conceptually, the scheme reflects the scale, the grain and character of the surrounding neighbourhoods in its podium base, transforming the typically low-rise scale of the vernacular residential into an abstract interpretation of podium and tower, where we prized apart the base to make a protective external layer that allowed the internal ground plane to be as transparent and as porous as possible. And all of the program space is visible from almost every angle all at once, prioritising human connections. 2 levels of brick podium contain all of the public spaces, with education and the commercial tower above, responding to the human scale networks at ground level. We've used the brickwork throughout the podium as a singular materiality with intricate and unexpected detailing and references to the university campus with the brick modules creating moments of urban delight. The colours of the brick podium are carried up through the tower facades. Each building face has a layering of sun-shading hoods and prismatic glazed panels.
So the facades perform efficiently and effectively introduced solar heat lighting and reflectivity, which allows about 10%. Sorry, to 10% of the energy on site to be generated from on-site renewables. So to do that, we need to reduce energy going from the facade. The granular process of positioning panels was developed with Arab and Bagot working together. Each node point of the hoods and the prisms, so the sunshades and the curtain wall panels, was tailored to suit its location to maximise daylight in the use. This is some testing we did with Eric. And this is the built form, so the 3D surfaces create reflections and shadows. And it's a blind outcome. The smaller timber frame building is glulam columns and beams with cross-laying timber slabs. It's an important piece in the urban story, located at the north-western highway connection to the University of Melbourne. The modular construction technique is solved by leaving the internal timber exposed. So the idea is that the glazed facade exposes that timber. The beauty of the mass timber is a key part of the raw materiality of the wider precincts and demonstration of sustainability. The expressive facades and engineered timber building are just two examples of the demonstrable sustainability invested in the design outcomes, and here are some of the other sustainability outcomes we looked at. Precinct was awarded 6-star Green Star, the commercial building, the adjacent student and common, the commercial building had achieved 5-star neighbours rating and 4.5-star neighbours water rating.
Okay, ground plane draws 4 dynamic laneways together in a central open space and creates 5 separate parts. Superfloor is the thing that draws them all together. It's got walkable and collaboration spaces in it, and the commercial building is over 3,500 square metres in size, with the edges eroded by the laneways. It's got a very complex site history for women's and the traditional custodians, Wurundjeri people. Alongside them, a lot of the laneways were renamed to reflect that history. And then what you see here is just a series of slides that walk you through the precinct, opportunities for historical interpretation and reuse of the ground plane, the bricks, recycling from the original 3AW wing of the hospital, laneways for people to enjoy. Sustainability initiatives were really embedded within the physical precinct, but for us it's really how the spaces are used and enjoyed. That it really embodies the idea of a sustainable precinct, and it's a place where people want to be, a place that has meaning and longevity, with unexpected moments, room for the place to grow, and with the more intangible aspects of sustainability residing in the value that buildings have for the people in the long term.
So,